Hey guys, Ash Lane here, coming at you today with a Let's Play Mobile Strike for Beginners. It's part of my Casual Friday series where I try out different mobile games, give you guys a first look from a strategic vantage point, and obviously from a beginner's point of view as well. So what we'll do is go through Mobile Strike from someone who just picked it up. I've been playing for 3 weeks now, so I have a decent grasp of the game, but I also have some good tips for you guys when you're just starting out and kind of how to get the lay of the land and explore how to go ahead and pick up the game and understand some of the basics. Now, like I said, my base is about 3 weeks old or so. I've been playing a couple times a day. You know I'm a busy guy, but I'm having a lot of fun with Mobile Strike. A lot of you guys requested for me to play it in the comment section on my last Casual Friday video. So my headquarters is essentially a town hall if you're a Clash of Clans type player. It's basically where you level up your headquarters. I'm not sure what the max level is, but I know it does go up a significant amount of levels. You can see I'm gonna upgrade soon. I'm 6 right now, heading to 7 soon. Now your commander is basically your your commander is another word for your main base strength in a lot of ways, and what you can do is you can level up your commander and get boosts throughout the game that help you all the way from troops to your commander bonuses to even resource bonuses. So a lot of different skill trees and ability trees that you can access through leveling up your commander. Now you have all types of special things in your items, so even if you're just starting out or if you've been playing for a while, you want to go to your items and use the commander level up ability. That is absolutely a huge tip, and then you'll be able to go to your commander skill tree and level up certain things on there. You can see the whole tree, everything that gives you essential boosts, pivotal if you want to become a more powerful base. So you can see, you can click on each one and there's tons of information. I've been told that one of the key things to helping out have a successful base here in this game is to get your iron up. So we want to unlock the iron production, so to do that we're going to focus mainly on troop training skills and abilities. So the abilities that a beginner might want to use in this game is troop training. After you get down, you're going to have to level up the farming to begin with anyway, the farming and the first tier or two of the tree to access the rest of the stuff, right? But eventually we want to get into that iron production, so we have to access stone first, then iron, and I heard that's going to be one of the best things to do as a beginner player. And then as you progress more and more into the game, obviously these skill points become more and more valuable because it takes more and more of them to level up and progress down the tree. But it's a cool part of the game. There's a lot of different options. This game isn't one of those games that you just pick up and an hour or two later you're absolutely mastering the game. There's actually a lot to take in. It's kind of like a Civilization game for you old school players, and a little bit of elements of like Clash of Clans, Game of War. There's a lot of elements like that that go into Mobile Strike. So each building has a different use. We'll get into some of the buildings' uses right now in this video, but maybe we'll save others for a future video as well if you guys are interested. Now right now I'm kind of hanging out in the shooting gallery. Shooting gallery is an interesting mini game within the game. You can purchase ammo, and you're also given free ammo every single day, and what you can do is hit these targets. Every target you hit, you get some sort of a bonus that's going to help you actually in the main game. So you can get extra ammo, you can get speed ups, you can get resources, stuff like that. And then what you want to do is, with all these resources and rewards that you get from these missions that you're doing, and obviously from all these skill trees that you're upgrading, well, you're going to start upgrading your individual buildings. Now, how do you decide as a new player what you upgrade and what order you upgrade and what each building does? Well, there's a few ways, right? So the easiest way is you're given missions every day, and these missions get progressively higher rewards for completing them, but also not only are these missions purely, just fun things to do or things to do just for a reward, but they're also kind of like a tutorial within the game. What I mean by that is the missions for the first, at least till when you're level 21 like I am, my commander's level 21, so what these missions do is they have you upgrade for the first, you know, like I said, for the first quite a significant amount of time in the game, these missions are going to have you upgrade a certain building or do a certain thing that's going to make your base stronger. You can upgrade your walls. Now, to speed these up, you're given boosts, and you actually get these boosts also from the shooting range. There's a lot of ways you can speed up your units to help these missions go faster. And you can ask for your alliance mates for help as well. We'll get into that in just a minute. But as far as the missions go, it's a good idea to upgrade your units in the terms dictated to you by the missions. So just follow along with the missions that you're given every single day, and basically that's going to help you build a well-balanced and sufficient foundation on your base to succeed in the game later on. Now, if you hit that help button on the building, it's going to go ahead and ask your alliance mates for help to make it build faster. So once you do a base mission, make sure you go into your missions tab below and collect your reward. You're given a certain amount of in-game resources for every mission that you do. So essentially what this is doing is it's refunding you a little bit of the cost of these upgrades, at least in these earlier beginner missions, these base missions. So at the same time, you're going to be upgrading units that are going to help you out as a beginner in the game for where we are right now. So some of your buildings obviously are similar to a barracks. That's a training ground that's going to allow you to train more troops and do attacks and get more resources, and other units, buildings in the game are going to be like the radar building. There's actually a help tab where you can identify every single building and what it does. There's a farm, there's a hospital, and so on and so forth. So today we're not going to really get into what every single building does, but let's go ahead and explore the alliance tab a little bit. So this is my alliance right now. You can see my members. They're ranked in terms of base strength. Your power is basically how strong your base is. Your commander level is the level of your commander in your commander tree, and you can help your alliance mates over here. So I'm helping my alliance mates. Always a good thing to do. You can help quite a bit per day, and then it resets how much you can help out your alliance mates. And what's that do? What is that doing? How are you helping them? Well, you're helping speed up their upgrades, just like you can do when you ask them for help on your upgrades. Now, for the first time, we're going to take a look at the global map here. Takes a second to load, and then all these other bases pops up. Here I am, K1R, which is my alliance, Ashlane. So you can see my base over here, and you can see nearby bases. You can see a convoy. This is kind of like our battle map. So we're in the commander's seat. Picture yourself as the commander at this point, as Arnold Schwarzenegger. You saw it in the commercials. I actually saw my buddy Rob Gronkowski. You guys might know I'm a Patriots fan around Boston area, and yeah, so they have a lot of celebrity power behind this game. So I'm interested to see if the game lives up to the hype around it. There's certainly a lot of hype, and so far I'm having fun, but we'll just have to keep playing and see how much we enjoy it. But I'm going to show you guys how to do an attack here. Now, right now we're doing a scouting mission, but we can speed it up, so we speed it up a little bit. And now scouting missions are very important, so it's a good idea to scout before you attack. How do you know how the scouting mission went, and how do you know how your attack went? Well, you can see here, and now let me get out of here real quick. You can see the tabs on the bottom, and you can see that there's the missions, the items, the alliance tab, and there's a mail tab. In your mail tab, I forgot to train troops. That might help, by the way. So go to your training grounds, then you can go ahead and you can see all your troops. There's Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4 troops. We're going to be using Tier 1 troops because that's all we have unlocked right now, but there's a lot of troops in the game that you can choose from. And so we're going to build a bunch. we're going to use the gold I have to instant train. Now you can see I have gold. Gold is the type of resource that you can actually purchase in the game. So you purchase gold and you're able to speed things up and pay for more expensive things. That's the in-game currency. It's a free-to-play game, but you can obviously put money in to make things go a little bit quicker. I've only put $5 into the game, so $5 got me 1,200 gold. So that goes a long way in the beginning, and then as these games go, it costs more to do things later on in the game when things take longer to do. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy some troops at this base, and actually I'm going to scout it first. So I'm going to show you the power of scouting. Now I talked about that mail tab on the bottom of the screen there. In the mail tab is where you're going to be able to see the results that your armies have and your scouting reports have. Also, your mail tab is really like an email more than any other game I've seen. You can talk to different people, you can communicate with your alliance, and you can see the reports. The scout report, for example, shares the amount of resources in the base, the number of traps they have, and the number of defending troops they have. That's actually a really valuable and useful tool because when you attack them, you get to choose how many troops you use. So you don't want to use way too many troops, but there is a cool feature about the game that allows you not to lose a ton of troops, because troops take a lot of time to train compared to a game like Clash of Clans where it's a 45-second thing. Sometimes it can take a day, I heard, when you progress really far into the game to train troops. So right now for me, it's probably only like 20 minutes, but we're going to use some speed ups to speed them up. So in your items, make sure you check in, because oftentimes there's speed ups and there's deployment speed ups. There's all kinds of different speed ups in the game. Speed ups are kind of like a big currency because the game is a game of time. So yeah, speeding up obviously speeds up the time, and time is the main currency, so you guys get the picture. So now we're going to go ahead and attack this base, but I made a big mistake in this base. You can see this is my little tank here attacking the base, and I made a mistake, and the mistake was I didn't put enough troops in. One little tip for you guys. I've heard from more experienced players to always use your commander, because when you use your commander when attacking, you saw there, maybe I didn't mention it, but you're able to click your commander when you're choosing what troops you want to attack a village with. Now always attack with your commander as well, because she's going to go with them and she's going to get experience, commander experience, if you're successful. So that's something always to keep in mind. Use your commander on these attacks. There might be some late game benefit to not using your commander, but for beginners, I would recommend always using your commander with your attacks. Now, when your attacks, okay, so I made a big mistake. I didn't put enough troops in there. You can see I lost 2 troops, my opponent lost 1 troop, even though he only had 20 defending troops. You need to bring more because they have walls and they have defenses. So it's not just not a question rather of just the number of troops versus the number of troops. So I had no resources gained. I only gained a little bit of commander experience, so we're going to go back out there on the global map again. We're going to attack, but this time it's going to be a proper attack. My Coleman, my commander, is checked off. We're going to deploy full troops, way more troops, and we're going to speed things up. Now, as this attack is going, let's speed things up a little bit here. We don't want to occupy this. Let's go ahead and review the More section. In the More section, here's the How to Play tab. This is something that you'll want to spend some time reviewing. Like I said, we're not going to get into every little aspect of the game right now, but you can go to Alliances, Care Package, Battling, Beginners Teleport, Blocked Users, Boost, etc., etc. Well, let's click on the Battling tab just to give a little walkthrough here. You have Infantry, Tactical, etc., etc. You can go ahead and read through, and this will actually give you valuable tips, trap bonuses, how to level up your commander, how to navigate through the skill tree, PvP battling, etc. You can get the point here. And each of the How to Play screens are like this. So the How to Play section is actually really important. I know a lot of people just gloss over this kind of stuff, but if you're going to play the game, you do yourself the justice, or you do yourself the respect to sit down, Take 5 minutes before you get into the game. You'll learn a lot just by doing things like those daily missions, but you'll also learn a ton by just reviewing at least what every building does, because every building does have a use in this game. The idea of the game is, look at this, by the way, this is a huge alliance, and they all clump their clans together. It's some added benefit that I'm not yet aware of, because my clan is not, my alliance, excuse me, is not this strong. So you can see this guy's a beast. He's a ton of attacks, a ton of resources. His power is off the charts. These guys look very intimidating, so I want to stay away from them. You can see my lonely little base all by itself over here, so I don't know how to do that yet. Like I said, only a couple weeks in the game, and this guide is really intended to help out beginner players. So you can see here on this, okay, this attack was successful. We went to the mail, we went to our reports, and we saw that this was much better here. We were able to get a decent amount of Commander XP as well, and that's something that I'm always looking for, because leveling up Commander gives you skill tree points. Skill tree points makes everything go faster. Now, I wanted to show you guys the hospital. I told you we won't be reviewing every single building in the game, but the hospital is very important, because after you battle people, you go to your hospital, you'll heal your troops. You have to do this within a certain amount of time after your attack. You heal your troops, and then they're not dead. You can use them again, and they cost much less in terms of time than just making your troops from scratch. So guys, we're going to go ahead and end this guide here. Let me know what you think of the game, what you thought of the commentary. If you want to see more, be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.
We don't play for fame, we don't play for